Welcome to the Module 2 of the book Nigerian Peoples and Culture. This material is from National Open University of Nigeria. My name is Dan Asukwo, your instructor. If you are a NOUN student or from any other universities, this will be very useful for you. Do well to share with others as well as on your study groups. If this is your first time of coming across our videos, why not do well to subscribe, like, comment, and share for others too to benefit. This module is made up of 4 study units, see below. However, you should always remember that although the study units are autonomous, they are interconnected as well. The overall purpose of this module is to identify, describe, and analyze some of the important characteristics of the major culture areas of Nigeria. Unit 1, the culture area of the Niger Delta region of Nigeria. Unit 2, the culture area of the Rainforest region of Nigeria. Unit 3, the culture area of the Guinea Savannah region of Nigeria. Unit 4, the culture area of the Sudan Savannah region of Nigeria. Unit 1, the culture area of the Niger Delta region of Nigeria. 1.0 Introduction. This study unit introduces you to the culture of the Niger Delta region of Nigeria. The emphasis will be mainly on the knowledge of who the Niger Delta people are, their socio-political organization, religious beliefs, and their arts. 2.0 Objectives. At the end of this unit, you should be able to state who the Niger Delta people are, discuss about their ecology, explain their socio-political organization, mention their religion beliefs, explain their arts. 3.0 Main Content. 3.1 Who are the Niger Delta people? The Ijaw, the Ndoki, the Ojual, the Isoko, the Urhobo, the Abual, and the Itsekiri are generally called the Niger Delta people. Geographically speaking, the Niger Delta region is that area of Nigeria which begins from the immediate south of Edo and Igbo lands to the Atlantic Ocean, ranging from the southeast of Yoruba land to certain parts of the Efik and the Ibibio areas. The different ethnic groups that constitute Niger Delta region are generally described as minorities. Although most of these ethnic groups belong to the Kwa language family, only the Urhobo and the Isoko people speak the same language. Fishing is the major occupation for those that live entirely within the mangrove and freshwater areas. Those located in the immediate hinterland combine fishing with the cultivation of root crops. The recent stage of their culture history shows the Urhobo as great traders, while the communities of Itsekiri, Boni, and Opobo have established themselves as the middlemen of the oil trade. Self-assessment exercise. Who are the Niger Delta people? 3.2 The socio-political organization of the Niger Delta people. The socio-political organization of the Niger Delta people is strongly established on the basis of village groups or clans. The Itsekiri constitute the only exception. Many ethnic groups of the Niger Delta region rely on their dialects and are eager to develop them. This is especially the case in the Urhobo area. History tells us that the Ijaw have over 40 village groupings, the Urhobo, 22. Isoko, 16, etc. You should remember that each of these groupings has its political institutions and autonomy. In the past, these groupings could enter into war against one another. It is recorded that in the past, some of these groupings rose to the status of kingdoms, a number of which have fairly long histories. History also tells us that unlike the Edo, the Yoruba, and the Igbo, the people of the Niger Delta region have never been builders of empires, and they have never nurtured any great ambition to dominate others. Indeed, the most common political trait of the Niger Delta people is the democratic republican spirit, and the basic political unit is the village. The clan or village group is a confederation, and the whole of the ethnic group is something merely of a cultural community. It is recorded that in the Niger Delta region, the Itsekiri represents the only kingdom that does not have to grapple with the political problems arising from internal fragmentation, multiple dialects, and so forth. Self-assessment exercise. Use your own words to describe the socio-political organization of the Niger Delta region. 3.4 The arts of the Niger Delta people. Unlike the Yoruba, the Igbo, and especially the Bini, the Niger Delta people are not famous for great works of art. Perhaps their ecological limitations did not encourage such artistic orientation. Nevertheless, this does not mean that Niger Delta people do not know anything about arts and crafts. Of course, the ecological situation of the region does not favor certain crafts and skills, such as iron smelting, bronze works, the manufacture of glass beads, the terracotta tradition, and the textile industry, etc. However, the Niger Delta people are rather professional in the domains of canoe making, salt production, ceramics, etc. Besides, the Ijaw, the Itsekiri, the Urhobo, and the Isoko have proved their best skills in the oil palm production technology. History also tells us that cloth weaving in the Abo area diffused to parts of Isoko and Urhobo areas. Also, music and dance constitute an immense contribution of the Niger Delta region to the overall heritage of the Nigerian nation. It is recorded that most of these dances and music have formed the cultural background of some of the young dancers and musicians of today. It is well known that the late Rex Lawson had derived much of his inspiration from his native Kalabari Ijaw music. This is also true of Okupa in Isokoland, Sally Young, and Mike Okri in the Ukwakori and Ugeli areas of Urhoboland. Self-assessment exercise. Use your own words to discuss the arts of the Niger Delta region. 4.0 Conclusion. This unit has dealt with the analysis and understanding of the culture area of the Niger Delta regions of Nigeria. 5.0 Summary. At the end of the discussion of the culture area of the Niger Delta region of Nigeria, you are expected to state with confidence who the Niger Delta people are. Discuss about their origins. Discuss about their socio-political organization. Discuss their religious beliefs. And discuss about their arts. 6.0 Tutor-marked assignment. Who are the Niger Delta people and what characterized them? If this is your first time of coming across our videos, why not do well to subscribe, like, comment, and share for other too to benefit. Unit 2. The Culture Area of the Rainforest Region of Nigeria. Introduction. This study unit introduces you to the culture of the Rainforest region of Nigeria. It focuses mainly on the knowledge of who the forest people of Nigeria are, their socio-political organization, religious beliefs, and their arts. 2.0 Objectives. At the end of this unit, you should be able to characterize the culture area of the Rainforest people of Nigeria, discuss their socio-political organization, discuss about their religious beliefs, discuss their arts. 3.0 Main Content. 3.1 Who are the inhabitants of the Rainforest region of Nigeria? First of all, the cultures of the Rainforest region of Nigeria can be easily categorized into four main groups, namely the Yoruba, the Western Igbo, the Eastern Igbo, and the Edoid. The Yoruba group is located in the western part of the region, stretching across the border of Benin Republic, with incursion into Togo as well. The Eastern and Western Igbo subcultures occupy a vast area along the river Niger. The Edoid culture group, which includes Bini, Esan, Etsako, Igara, Owan, etc., is located in between the Yoruba and the Igbo. The eastern part of Igboland to the Cameroonian border is occupied by the Yakur, Ekoi, Ibibio, Anang, Boki, Ijagan, Bekwara, and others. Self-assessment exercise. Who are the inhabitants of the Rainforest region of Nigeria? 3.2. The socio-political organization of the Rainforest people. You should always remember that there is no common pattern of socio-political organization among the people living in the Rainforest region. Nevertheless, some cultures are similar to others. Based on similarities and dissimilarities of culture among the Rainforest people, we can retain at least two broad tendencies as far as their socio-political organization is concerned. The first tendency is what we may call village democracies, and the second is the monarchical states. The Igbo people, some communities of the east, and the northern communities of the Edoid fall under the first tendency, while the Yoruba and the Bini belong to the second category, a village democracy. The Igbo people are well known for it. In every Igbo land, the village constitutes the basic unit of political organization. Villages are made up of lineages which are regarded as something similar to component states. Every lineage is headed by an Okpara, the oldest male member. He is the link between his people and the ancestors. He also controls the Ofo that symbolizes justice and authority. Anybody that can make meaningful contribution during general meetings is welcome irrespective of sex and age. When there are serious disputes or matters requiring crucial and careful decisions, the Okpara calls a general meeting of the adult members of the lineage. It is the same process at the village level. In Igboland, a number of villages that claim a common primordial ancestry constitute a village group or town. See Module 1, Unit 2. B. Monarchical states. See Module 1, Unit 3. Monarchy is the second major tendency of the Rainforest people. It is best represented by the Yoruba. Contrary to the Igbo, the town is rather the basic political unit in the Yoruba culture area. The town is made up of lineages, organized in order of seniority determined by the order of settlement. The leadership in every lineage in Yoruba land is hereditary. The leader of the founder lineage assumes the headship of the town. The Bail is the head of the town. He is also called Oba when crowned king. His duty is to conduct the administration of the town in consultation with the various lineage chiefs. At the local level, the town is divided into wards. The ward chief is called Ijoye, Adugbo or Olorinitun. Wards are also made up of compounds which are headed by the eldest man called Baal. In the traditional Yoruba politics, there was a distinction between judicial and legislative powers. There was rather a kind of hierarchy of powers. For instance, we have 3 judicial levels represented by the court of the Oba, the Ijoye, and the Baal. The Oba's court is the court of last appeal. Self-assessment exercise. Discuss the socio-political organization of the Rainforest people. 3.3. The arts of the Rainforest people. The Rainforest people are best known for their highly sophisticated artistic traditions and skills. They are unbeatable in the science of metallurgy, especially iron smelting and blacksmithing. Communities such as Ife, Nkwere, Auka, Abiriba, and Oyo have iron smelting as their major business. In the rainforest of Nigeria, terracotta figurines of very high artistic qualities have been found in several parts in the Igbo, the Ibibio, the Edo, and the Yoruba lands. Ibibio land and her neighbors constitute the reservoir of great masks, most of which are objects of deep religious meaning and symbolism. There is also an appreciable level of textile work in the whole of the rainforest region, particularly in Yoruba and Isan lands. Self-assessment exercise. What are the major artistic works of the rainforest people of Nigeria? 3.4. The religious beliefs of the rainforest people. Just like the Niger Deltans, the rainforest people are religious as well. They also share a general belief in the existence of a supreme God. Although God is supremely the same, he is differently called according to the various cultures. For instance, in Yoruba land, God is called Olodumare or Olorun. Among the Benin, he is called Osanobua. The Isan call him Osenebua, and the Etsako call him Ogena. The Igbo call God Chukwu or sometimes Obasi, while he is Abasi among the Ibibio, and so forth. Almost all the various cultures of the rainforest region of Nigeria consider the supreme God as the creator of the whole universe. To them, God has unlimited powers, and he is also benevolent and punitive. His residence is somewhere in space, in the direction of the sky. This is one of the reasons why he hardly gets involved directly in the affairs of men. The people of the rainforest are more concerned with their deities, who are closer to them than God himself. The most powerful of these lesser deities are Orisa in Yoruba land, Alusi in Igbo, and Ibo in Edo land. The attachment to deities is so powerful that in the Ife area, for instance, as many as 2001 deities are said to exist, and only 25 days in the calendar year are free from official religious activities devoted to them. There are lesser deities in Yoruba land than Igbo land, but all of them are powerful. Sango, Ogun, Sopono, Olokun, Obatala, Obalafun, Orunmila, Orisanla, Yemu, and Oluorogbo are some few powerful deities in Yoruba land, while Amadiaha or Amadiora, Idemili, Igwe, Ana, or Ani are some powerful Igbo deities. It is important to note that the general philosophy behind the religious spirit of the rainforest people is the search for good health, long life, blessing in terms of children and wealth, and general protection against misfortune and evil influences. Of course, they want all these in exchange for constant worship and purity of heart. In their own understanding, failure to worship or make sacrifices to these supernatural forces may make them withdraw their protection and blessing. Unlike in the Niger Delta region, witchcraft belief, especially in most of Igbo land, is not of paramount importance. Self-assessment exercise. Use your own words to discuss the religious beliefs of the Rainforest people. 4.0 Conclusion. This unit dealt with the analysis and understanding of the culture area of the Rainforest region of Nigeria. We have focused mainly on their socio-political organization, their religious beliefs, and their arts. 5.0 Summary. Having discussed the culture area of the Rainforest region of Nigeria, you are expected to state who the inhabitants of that region are, discuss their socio-political organization, explain about their religious beliefs, discuss their arts. 6.0 Tutor-marked assignment. Who are the Rainforest people? Do well to share with others as well as on your study groups. If this is your first time of coming across our videos, why not do well to subscribe, like, comment, and share for other too to benefit. Unit 3. The culture area of the Guinea Savannah region of Nigeria. 1.0 Introduction. This study unit introduces you to the culture of the Guinea Savannah people of Nigeria. It focuses mainly on the knowledge of who the Guinea Savannah people are, their socio-political organization, their economy, and religious beliefs. 2.0 Objectives. At the end of this unit, you should be able to characterize the culture area of the Guinea Savannah people of Nigeria, discuss their socio-political organization, explain about their economy, discuss their religious beliefs, etc. 3.0 Main Content. 3.1 Who are the Guinea Savannah people? To begin with, the Guinea Savannah region is known as the home of an overwhelming majority of Nigeria's cultural or ethnic groups. The four major states of Adamawa, Nasarawa, Plateau, and Taraba, which constitute over 50% of the cultures of Nigeria, fall under this region. The Middle Belt, sometimes called Kasashen Bauchi, is also part of this region. It covers the Idoma, the Ebira, the Igala, and the whole of Zaria communities to the south. It shares the border with Cameroon in the east and with the Republic of Benin in the west. There is even a general tendency to believe that about 70% of the peoples and cultures of Nigeria are found in the Guinea Savannah region. Apart from some large groups such as the TIV, the Gwari, and the Nupe, groups within the Savannah region are generally known for their small size. It is difficult to find groups with more than 1,000 souls. Such groups are the Mumuye, the Jukun, the Anok, the Kakanda, the Biram, the Higi, the Jirai, the Ichan, the Kaka, the Chokobo, the Fire, the Bassa, the Tikar, the Virgo, the Afizere, the Kambari, the Koro, the Anaguta, the Gad, the Shamo, the Anagas, the Vomni, the Lak, the Jero, the Tangale, the Zaranda, the Limoro, the Rubu, the Amo, the Kurama, the Holma, the Mbula, the Lao, the Chamo, etc. You should remember that most of these groups claim origin of Hausa or Jukun ancestors. Self-assessment exercise. Use your own words to characterize the Guinea Savannah people of Nigeria. 3.2. The socio-political organization of the Guinea Savannah people. You should always remember that the socio-political organization of the Guinea Savannah people is very different from that of the Rainforest people, known for their large monarchies and great empires. History shows that before the rise of emirates along with their jihads in the early 19th century and the advent of warrant chiefs as part of the colonial political arrangements, the Guinea Savannah people were never used to the culture of centralized government. Only few ethnic groups such as the Igala, the Nupe, and the Yukon Hand developed elaborate monarchical structures dating back to antiquity. But these few cases cannot be compared with the majority of the groups within the region that do not have monarchical structures. The Guinea Savannah people have always been known for their petty chiefdoms or village or lineage-based democracy. Some prominent groups such as the Ibira, Idoma, TV, and Bairam have ultimately formalized the institution of the so-called Royal Highnesses with jurisdiction covering the whole ethnic group. However, some ethnic groups in the Guinea Savannah region have been paying allegiance to the Sultan, who has spiritual and political control of the greater part of the region. Discuss the socio-political organization of the Guinea Savannah people of Nigeria. 3.3 The economy of the Guinea Savannah region of Nigeria. Farming is the major economic preoccupation of the people of the Guinea Savannah region. Yam is the most cultivated. The Nupe, the Koto, and the Tiv constitute what is called the West African Yam Belt. Among the other ethnic groups of the region, the primary crop is guinea corn and millet. They also cultivate cassava, but not in abundance. Yam cultivation is largely men's business. In the Guinea Savannah region, there is land for everybody, and fertility of the land there is exceptional. Even the hilly terrains of the Adamawa, Jos, and Bauchi Plateau still produce enough food. In the Guinea Savannah region, land belongs to the community or lineage and not to individuals. Coincidentally, Nigeria's two major rivers, the Niger and the Benue, together with their several tributaries, flow through this region and provide ample opportunity for professional fishing. It is recorded that apart from Jos, where the bulk of the tin being produced is in the hands of women, generally women of the Guinea Savannah region are not used to commerce. Self-assessment exercise. Discuss the economy of the Guinea Savannah region of Nigeria. 3.4. The religious beliefs of the Guinea Savannah people. The structure of the religious beliefs in the Guinea Savannah region is different from that of the Delta and the Rainforest. For instance, the Yoruba of Ife have developed a kind of extensive pantheons which we cannot find in the Guinea Savannah region. Nevertheless, as it is the case in the Niger Delta, the Rainforest, there is a general belief in the existence of Supreme God in the Guinea Savannah region as well. But you should remember that although the belief in a Supreme God is general in that region, he is differently called according to the ethnic groups. Among the Kurama, for instance, God is called Ashili or Bakashili. Among the Tiv, he is known as Iondo, while the Rukuba call him Katakuru. Among the Gwari, he is called Shekoki, Shesha, Ese, Sheko, or Soko. The Nupi call him Soko. He is known as Aguatana among the Busa. He is called Owo or Owoiko among the Idoma. The Kadara call him Onum. He is known as Shido or Chido among the Jukun, and Hinegba or Ihinegba among the Abira, etc. The people of the Guinea Savannah region also believe in other forces, such as astral spirits. The Igala, the Jukun, and the Tiv are well known for their strong belief in witchcraft, magic, and sorcery. It is recorded that the political significance of the groups aforementioned derives from their powerful attachment to ritual and magic. The political system of this group, especially the Jukun, is sometimes described as theocratic. You should also remember that in Tiv ethnic group, only men are believed to be witches, while the witches of the Nupi and Gwari are almost invariably women. It is also very important to note that the Guinea Savannah region is the most representative of religious balance in Nigeria. It is in this region more than anywhere that we find an excellent rapprochement and cohabitation between Islam and Christianity. It is even recorded that in the Guinea Savannah region, members of the same household can belong to either faith and still remains brothers. Therefore, this region represents the best hope for religious tolerance in Nigeria. Self-assessment exercise. Not all ethnic groups in the Guinea Savannah region of Nigeria believe in magic and witchcraft. Discuss. 4.0 Conclusion. This study unit has dealt with the analysis and understanding of culture area of the Guinea Savannah region of Nigeria. We have focused mainly on their characteristics, their socio-political organization, their economy, and religious beliefs. 5.0 Summary. Having discussed the culture area of the Guinea Savannah region of Nigeria, you are expected to identify who the people of that region, discuss their socio-political organization, explain their economy, discuss their religious beliefs, etc. 6.0 Tutor-marked assignment. The Guinea Savannah region of Nigeria is the home of religious tolerance in Nigeria. Discuss. Welcome to the Module 2, Unit 4 of the book, The Nigerian Peoples and Culture. Introduction. This study unit introduces you to the culture area of the Sudan Savannah region of Nigeria. Our focus will be mainly on the knowledge of the major ethnic groups of that region, their socio-political organization, their economy, etc. 2.0 Objectives. At the end of this unit, you should be able to state what characterizes the Sudan Savannah region of Nigeria, Mention the major ethnic groups of the region, discuss the people's economy, discuss their socio-political organization, etc. 3.0 Main Content 3.1 The people of the Sudan Savannah region of Nigeria. Just like in the Rainforest and Guinea Savannah regions, the Sudan Savannah region of Nigeria is also made up of some tiny little cultures. Besides, there are the Kanuri and Hausa, which constitute the major cultural groups of the Sudan Savannah. You should also remember that Hausa is Nigeria's largest cultural group. According to history, Daura is the original home of the Hausa people. History also tells us that the 7 original Hausa states of Daura, Kano, Zaria, Zazau, Kakaina, Rano, Biram, and Gobir were founded by the children of a certain Bawo, son of a certain migrant prince of Baghdad, variously called Abu Yazid or Abu Yazidu or Bayajida. It is recorded that Daura, the mother of Bayajida, was the youngest of 5 granddaughters of a fugitive Canaanite named Najb. So the Bayajida myth represents the mirror of a historical period in which the formation of states began in Hausaland. Today, the Hausa people of Nigeria are mostly concentrated in Kano, Jigawa, Kaduna, Katsina, Sokoto, Kebbi, and Zamfara states. Most Hausa communities have also settled in the neighboring Niger Republic. Besides, Hausa people are widespread over a large area of the central Sudan. This is mostly due to religious, political, and economic activities. The Hausa language is also widespread. It is recorded that not only is Hausa language classified under the Chadic subgroup of the Afro-Asiatic or Hamito-Semitic family, it is also spoken over a very wide area by so many nationalities. The Hausa language is the lingua franca of the whole of the so-called former northern region of Nigeria. Amazingly, it is recorded that 75% of Hausa speakers are non-Hausa. The language is spoken in the whole of Sudan Savannah area. Self-assessment exercise. Who are the people of the Sudan Savannah region of Nigeria? 2.1 The socio-political organization of the Sudan Savannah region. As stated earlier, Hausa people are the most representative of the people of the Sudan Savannah region. This is the reason why in these sections we will always refer to them. The social and political organization of the Hausa people is founded on strict status differentiation. We have the Sarakuna, the chiefs, and the Masu Sarauta. The Sarakuna are at the top of the hierarchy, while the Masu Sarauta are holders of offices. Those who hold hereditary offices constitute the subclass of Masu Sarauta na Asali, while those who hold offices of allegiance form the Masu Sarauta na Kafka, and they constitute the middle class. There is the third class called Talakawa. It is made up of farmers, petty civil servants, craftsmen, traders, etc. You should also remember that almost every Hausa territory is organized into city-states with fairly large capitals and several village communities. The administration of a Hausa state is carried out at 5 levels: the Jama'a, the Kaukya, the Ungawoyi, the Gidajoy or Gundumomi, and the Birni. The Jama'a represents the smallest operative political unit, while Birni constitutes the largest. The patron-client network is what we usually find in Hausaland. Their socio-political process is organized in such a way that the focus of action is on some defined central figure to whom many others are attached as subordinates or clients, and whose interest he represents and protects. The so-called clients are seen as being socially and politically immature or minor, and are therefore unable to deal directly with the next higher authority. It is recorded that active sense of hierarchy and authority is reflected not only among the migrant Hausa colonies all over the central Sudan, but also among the professional organizations. You should always remember that every Hausa migrant community has the equivalent of the patron leader called Sarkin Hausawa, just as we have among the professional guilds Sarkin Makera of the blacksmiths, the Sarkin Mukada or simply Makada of the drummers, the Sankira of the praise singers, the Sarkin Alaru of the head porters, the Imam of the Malams, etc. Adamu, 1978. Self-assessment exercise. Use your own words to discuss the socio-political organization of the Sudan Savannah people of Nigeria. 3.3 The economy of the Sudan Savannah people. Farming, industry, and commerce constitute the 3 major components of Hausa economy. Guinea corn, millet, maize, and beans are the main agricultural crops you easily find in Hausa land. Hausa agriculture has always been at the forefront of Nigerian economy. For instance, in the year 1970, the Sudan Savannah area accounted for some 92% of the total Guinea corn output in Nigeria. It is also recorded that it is among the Hausa that we have found a culture of irrigation before the era of the river basins in Nigeria. With regard to industry, Hausa people are known for the making of craft products such as leatherworks, blacksmithing, sculpture, perfumes, and several textile wares. They are also famous in commerce. It is recorded that up till date, the Hausa remain one of Africa's foremost merchants. Some even argue that it was commerce of the trans-Saharan trade that mostly accounted for the rise of the great Habi kingdoms of Kano, Katsina, Zaria, and Gobir. The Hausa also hold the monopoly of the colonate trade, especially in the Yoruba area of the Rainforest region and those parts of the Sudan and Sahel. They also champion the distribution of a wide range of food items, household goods, as well as repairs of broken metalware over almost the whole of Nigeria. Following the client-patron pattern in Hausa politics, the bulk of economic production is in the hands of the Talakawa, but the Sarakuna and Musa Sarauta have a number of Talakawa they entrust with economic production on their behalf. You should also remember that division of labor in Hausa land is gendered. For instance, the sector of petty production, such as the preparation of meals and snacks, retail sales of grains, spinning, etc., is considered a female domain, while production of crafts, such as blacksmithing as well as long-distance trade, is mostly male affair. You should always note that the gendered division of labor in Hausa land has nevertheless given some unusual power to their women. Hausa women, more than in any other ethnic group, enjoy enormous economic freedom. They are free to run their private business and enjoy absolute control over their income. History tells us that Hausa culture provides that a wife is justified to claim a fee for labor rendered to a husband in the process of economic production. It is even recorded that some Hausa women are far richer than their husbands. Self-assessment exercise. Use your own words to characterize the economy of the Sudan Savannah people. 3.4. Who are the Fulani? Beside the Hausa, the Fulani are one of the major ethnic groups in the Sudan Savannah region of Nigeria. The Fulani call themselves Fulbe, and they speak Fulfulde. However, Wolof people call them Piul, and the Bambara address them as Fula. In the Chad Basin, they are called Felaata, while in Nigeria they are known as Fulani. Their language is mixed with various dialects among the communities of Senegal, Fouta Djallon, the upper and middle Niger region, northern and northwestern Nigeria, the Adamawa Highlands, and Bagimiri. The Fulani have no distinct territory. Although not the largest ethnic group in Africa, they are best known as the most widely distributed group in the whole of the African continent. Most of the time, they constitute a numerical minority among the peoples with whom they dwell. This is especially the case in Hausa land. Today, Fulani communities are found in Senegal, Gambia, Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, Mali, Benin, Nigeria, Cameroon, Central Africa Republic, etc., but Senegal is believed to be the original home of the Fulani in the western Sudan. In Nigeria, Fulani are mostly settled among the Hausa of Sokoto, Katsina, Kano, Bornu, Bauchi, as well as in the Jos Plateau and Adamawa Highlands. Thus, the name Hausa Fulani is the result of the symbiotic relations between Hausa and Fulani. You should also remember that there are two broad categories of the Fulani, the pastoral or cattle Fulani and the settled or Fulani Gidan. The pastoral or cattle Fulani have no permanent settlements. They are best known as the greatest nomads of Africa. They are found mostly in the hilly regions of the Savanna belt. They own large herds of cows, and that is what counts most to them. As for the settled or Fulani Gidan, they are mostly located around Hausa capitals. They cannot do without cows as well. You should know that the main occupation of the Fulani, be it the pastoral or the settled, is cattle rearing. Islam is the religion of the Fulani, but the pastoral Fulani combine Islam with the pre-Islamic religious practices of their ancestors. Self-assessment exercise. Who are the Fulani? 4.0 Conclusion. This study unit dealt with the analysis and understanding of the culture area of the Sudan Savannah region of Nigeria, especially the knowledge of its people, their socio-political organization, their economy, etc. 5.0 Summary. In this unit, I introduced you to the culture area of the Sudan Savannah region of Nigeria. I analyzed and discussed the major ethnic groups of the region, their characteristics, their socio-political organization, their economy, etc. Therefore, at the end of this unit, you are expected to state what characterizes the Sudan Savannah region of Nigeria, mention the major ethnic groups of the region, discuss their economy, discuss their socio-political organization, etc. 6.0 Tutor-marked assignment. Use your own words to discuss the major ethnic groups of the Sudan Savannah region of Nigeria.